Oh, why is it so cold? Just open it for a short while and it's still getting like cold in here. Oh well, I'm kind of see here. So I've at least used the Samsung application to try to get some of the applications over. Not sure if it's working. I still need to find the YouTube. Oh, here we go. Well, there's an issue here in regards of haven't still sorted out. Okay, let's close this one. I was like, we can talk about, there's always continual in regards of what is happening all over in regards of war. Okay, so let's see if it's live streaming. Oh, doesn't seem to be that good quality. Let's try this. Yeah, there we go. Okay, the biggest problem I have, let's see if it actually the sound. It doesn't seem to have taken the settings over. Let's see if it's live streaming. It sounds pretty good, Oh, doesn't seem to be that good quality. Let's try this. Yeah, there we go. I think the biggest problem. I think the sound is pretty good. Okay, good. It doesn't seem to have taken the settings. Okay. Yep. It sounds pretty good, Yeah, I think this. Yeah, I think the sound is pretty good, pretty much. Okay. Yeah, I think the sound is pretty good. So I pretty much got a lot of data fixed over to it. I had to, do the usual nonsense. See if we can get like what's Total Commander. Like it just took all the applications and just did whatever with it. Yeah, we have Total Commander. Let's go down. Okay, let's the voice here. Okay, yeah, well, accept. Okay, we can see finally some power over the system, and hopefully it works on this mobile compared to the other one. Do you want to have access to the folder? Yeah. Absolutely. Give Total Commander full access. There we go. And what about this? I just hate all this security bullshit, but just give me full control, right? So I use this. I had to apparently format it twice. I thought like maybe that I formatted the wrong thing in regards to my 1 terabyte card, but I formatted the right thing, but apparently it didn't work the first time. So, like in regards to the settings, it shouldn't have been the 1 terabyte card because you shouldn't be able to go in solo boxes when it's 1 terabyte. So it shouldn't have been the wrong card or anything like that. But apparently I had to do it twice. I got into some issues in regards to that. Okay, so I guess we have gotten a lot of applications over. Apparently, they have. It's a typical thing, right? Reinvent the wheel over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. It's the typical bullshit. So the user needs to relearn, even if it's the same thing. And actually, usually they tend to make more bullshit. Okay, anyway, it seems like I've already pretty much used the battery. It went down to 2%. I didn't really get to use it totally, but and then I couldn't change in regards to how many minutes the screen was on. It's like, what is going on with that, So I had to put in a new battery, and then I could change the settings in regards to that. But anyway, so I understand that the adaptive battery, no, okay. I guess it's just. But apparently that was on. Extend battery life based on your phone usage. Well, I was reading in the article that you were able to put it on 60 frames. And it said it was done by adaptive. I'm like, but where, by adaptive. Let's see if we can find the article. But I'm like, oh, why is it still so cold? And I feel like I want to make a hot cup of coffee right here. Well, I should really go to bed. It's 11 o'clock. Let's see if I can find the article. Compassion. And apparently, here we go. Anyway, back to the review, right? Battery life was good considering the 4050 milliamp rated capacity, with more than a day of use with default settings. And for those for those with range anxiety, it is possible to switch to 60 frames per second mode with an adaptive battery feature, which resulted in about a 30% increase in the PC Mark battery test. I don't know in regards to this adaptive. He talks about with an adaptive battery feature, but that was apparently already turned on from the beginning. And I'm like, if that was already turned on, it seems to be sucking the battery dry very quickly. Like it's like so that's the first noticeable thing in regards to this mobile, that the battery just is sucked out. It seems. At least it seems to be very quick as it goes low. Extend battery life based on the phone usage, and apparently that should but that was already turned on. Show battery percentage. Okay, so you can have, well, it's still the, yeah. So you have the batteries. You have the, yeah. Why don't they just remove the battery so we just see the percentage? Yeah, there's a fast charging. Yeah, okay, yeah. Well, and protect battery to extend the lifespan of the battery, limit the maximum charge to 85%. No, dude. So I guess the adaptive battery maybe already put it in as like, okay, adaptive battery Samsung settings, 60 frames. But let's see if I can find something. I cannot find any way to force apps like to see here how to adaptive extend battery life. But again, it's already turned on. So does adaptive refresh rate make a difference in regards to battery? And apparently it does, but in regards to battery, I was like, I thought that the user would just set it up, but if it's already activated from the very beginning and it's already, keep adaptive battery and battery optimization on. So I guess it's not really, yeah. So anyway, not really, regards to battery life and all that, didn't seem to be so good, I think at least it went very quickly, I think, down. Maybe it's just me, but it's like it's already 84%. It's like really sucking it dry. Okay. So anyway, now that we are live streaming, let's try a game, right? I only pretty much have one game on the mobile. Let's see how that goes. And it's interesting, again, all these applications apparently didn't get the settings over. But at least I got I got Total Commander. That's just, without Total Commander, a mobile is just, you can't have a mobile without Total Commander. We got video, so we got, let's see here. Oh, there we go. Let's try this one just once, Oh, there you go. Yeah. Oh, let's see here. Oh, I guess it doesn't seem to have any problems with it. I'm not sure how fast. Actually, do we actually have the benchmark thing here? Of course, I am recording, so the benchmark would probably not be correct, right? I still don't understand this system in regards of. I thought there was an idea with it, but I don't know in regards of this nonsense. Why they don't just do as the LGV20, where you just had all the applications on the front screen, Why this nonsense, it doesn't, LGV20 had the right way in regards of when you just had all the applications on the screen itself. Now this is the, what do you call, the box with the applications. It's just nonsense. It just doesn't make any sense. Or didn't actually, if I take this one, does it take it out the box, or does it still? I thought like no, it's still in the box. So I don't know. Add to home, select, uninstalls. Yeah, well, okay. Yeah, so it's kind of weird, you know, I guess you can... Oh, we have one clapping hand. Oh, that's another game as well. Okay. So yeah, like you have all these music applications as well. I'm not actually sure if that's activated in regards of... Yeah, well, there's a lot of things. Greek letters, Israel app, PC mark. We have the PC mark. That wasn't... Let's see here if we can find the other one. No. No. It should be... Let's see if we can find it. I know in regards of the memory card either, if that has been boosted by pushing it over on this mobile. I guess there's a possibility that the micro SD card might be a little faster on the new mobile, hopefully. But yeah, I still need to fix the main micro SD card, and I need to move files, this and that, and fix the exFAT again instead of FAT32 because of the stupid other AGM mobile, and the Shift mobile as well had this. But at least the Shift mobile actually fixed the exFAT, you know. But the AGM, they just didn't care. Here we go. So I complained to the Shift and they fixed it. But like, you know, you gotta be kidding me. You know, why would you? I already have issues in regards of fixing files from Blu-rays, and they are like nearly 10 gigabyte, and you can't do that on FAT. You know, FAT32. You have to have exFAT. Where is this? What is it called? Hebrew? No. I'm looking, I'm still looking, and I'm still looking. And apparently it doesn't seem like you can open things inside the... What is it called? You know, I just seem to... can't find it. But anyway, these are some of the applications from at least the mobile that I'm usually using. So again, you know, one will need to sit and fix, you know, sort out the applications and this and that. And apparently, again, the features didn't came along with the way that I did it. Apparently, I use Samsung software. Where's this kind? Well, I guess I can go to Play Store and search it out. And see if, like, what is it called? Benchmark, whatever. You know, let's see here. See if we can find it. There, Geekbench. Well, apparently it's not installed. Didn't I install Geekbench on? I think I installed it on the phone. Whatever the case, I guess it... Let's see here, I'm looking at the other mobile here. Isn't there any Geekbench? Well, I can see the PC mark. Apparently Geekbench, maybe I uninstalled it again, I don't know. Why would I... just weird. Apparently I can't seem to find it on the other one. Oh, anyway, let's open it up. Now, I guess I know we are running, so that will be some problems, but let's try it. Let's see how it goes. But yeah, the battery is... also the problem, by the way, in regards of one of the phones that I tried in regards of Sailfish. Problem also in regards of not being able to record the screen and have it, you know. So, but anyway, we'll see what it gets in regards of running, file compression, running, navigation. It should be, and by the way, this is the best benchmark application that I've, you know, I tested a lot of benchmark applications in the past, and you just, when I had the Shift phone, and this was the best, you know. Although apparently it's Geekbench 6, so I guess they have, you know, the new version. But all of the others pretty much was like varying too much, you know. You know, you will never get like a total fixed number and all that, but some of the other applications are just swaying a huge amount, you know. Geekbench was absolutely the most certain in regards to keeping it straight in some sense. But of course, I'm recording at the moment, so that's using the phone and all that. I can feel a little heat from the mobile. The question is if the mobile will ever have an issue where it comes out and say, "Oh my, you are this and that and all that," because the AGM mobile has this issue of having issues with the heat, which is terrible. Yeah, I would think that if anything in regards to this AGM mobile that I got, if anything, I wouldn't think that it would have any issues with that, because that is a gigantic metal block, right? And so you would think that the processor could easily get the heat away, but apparently that's apparently not the thing. Anyway, so I guess this mobile is maybe around a year, a little less than a year. Depends on regards. It still was coming to this nation and that nation and all that. So, but the support for this mobile is still like some say 4 years, some say 5 years. So at least that should be like at least 3 years support on this mobile. In regards to security, I don't really care about that, but anyway, it's updated now and I guess this next month we'll have another security every single month. Apparently, it seems like there's a new security update for it. That should fix. But then again, every time there's a fix, then in regards to an update, you can also go the other way around. Let's see if the sound is going through. We'll have another security every. Yeah, sounds pretty good in regards to the sound. So the sound is still going pretty good. The sound actually sounds pretty good. I don't think I have any issues with the sound. I think it's going pretty good through. I will have to further also test the speaker on this mobile, but in regards to the comparing it with the LG V20, it doesn't sound too bad. Now Total Commander can further, without rooting the device, can fix in regards to the and boost the sound as well. It can fix in regards of sound and boost it as well. And there's another application I have that can do the same as well. I don't know why Google didn't really, from you sometimes you will have Google being downloading the applications, but that didn't really apparently do good for me. Apparently I couldn't get it to do that, so I'm not sure if there's some setting that is not fixed in regards of Play Store and Google and all that, who knows. And also in regards of password, I have some issues in regards to that. So, but whatever the case, I have some different applications where I can move things and all that, so I can, I guess little by little, hopefully get all the stuff fixed, and hopefully this will be my main phone. At least I can get back to XFAT as well, and I will leave the AGM phone, which I tried to, another failure. So many failures. Like I've had like 3 failures that I tried to hope that there was a rescue boat or something like that away from, but nope, no. Like, just the shift phone, no go from Germany, absolute no go. You just had to blow on it and it would break, Apparently, if you say it like that, apparently the Germans say that you are lying, at least those from the company. Like, apparently they took it literally, right? They apparently can't understand, like, the meaning of, just blowing on the phone and breaking it. Like, if you drop it, like, it will, I broke it very easily, Very sad. Just a little drop and it breaks. Hopefully this one is better. The LG V20 was a very nice phone. Usually it would withstand the drops. The first phone I had, the screen worked until the glue began, behind the screen began to detach. So it didn't really break in the screen in any way. It was in regards to the glue behind it that began to apparently not work. I began to detach. So then I had 2 phones overall. One that I actually did drop, and it hit. That was a fair thing that it actually broke the screen, because it hit like down onto something directly on the screen at a specific point. The second break I've had is in regards of because of a battery becoming too big, and then apparently it was pooling too much on the glass or something like that in regards of and then just made it snap. Apparently, the glass it's still working, but it's having its issues. Okay, well, apparently the live streams. Oh, that was because I stopped it. Apparently. Okay, but yeah, in regards of the applications, I have a lot of the applications now over to the mobile. But the settings apparently didn't, and I just used the Samsung application. LG had a wonderful application where you could check the settings, the screen settings, and all that, and you could just copy. Very easy, very what do you call it? Intuitive. I don't think Samsung was intuitive, but I copied all of like 30 something gigabyte to. And the problem with the LG app was that you could only move from other mobiles outside of LG to an LG mobile. You couldn't just use it for other mobiles. So you could only do it one way into an LG mobile, disgusting, or from an LG mobile to an LG mobile. But you couldn't go it outside an LG mobile, even in regards to the applications and all that. Would have been nice to just have the ability, but no. Anyway, but I think it seems like it's sucking the battery dry pretty quickly. So. But anyway, it's just I'm just like noticing like, oh, that's quick. It's like you can just see it like going down. So, and apparently if it's already on some kind of the I in regards to this review from this guy. Anyway, back to the review. Battery life was good considering the 4050 milliamp hour rated capacity with more than a day of use with default settings. And for those with range anxiety, it is possible to switch to 60 FPS mode with an adaptive battery feature, which resulted in about 30% increase in the PC Mark battery test from nearly 11 hours, from 11 hours to 10 hours and 57 minutes to 14 hours and 25 minutes. Testing with airplane mode reaches a theoretical 17 hours and 5 minutes in PC Mark. So in regards of this 30% increase, apparently this is apparently the adaptive battery feature apparently. But it's already turned on, so I guess it doesn't really. I was like, okay, it might be a little, but I might be able to squeeze some more battery, and then finding out apparently it's already on. Just that's sad. So because it sounded like that, but maybe the updates have just put this on. When it comes to charging, besides the Pogo Pins alternative, the Galaxy Xcover 6 Pro doesn't offer anything else. Well, anyway, yeah, blah, blah, blah. So, I don't know in regards of this. There's another place where the 60... Yeah, okay, that's the PC Mark. Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay, so this is probably because we are doing... But it's still pretty good, as far as I know, we usually see 1,000 on some of the Geekbench things, and I think it goes up to 3,000. So, but it's still pretty good test results compared to other phones for sure. In regards of the older phones. Apparently, we have cluster 1 4 cores and cluster 2 4 cores. So, memory. There's something in regards to memory that you can also set on and off. 5.25. Yeah, so single core, have some details on single core. Well, it's not like, huge amount of up there, right? Oh, this is I guess this is the one that a lot of people have these days, That's a lot more than, that's a lot more, but I guess if you're using it for games and all that, and I'm not really using it for that. So, but anyway, talking about games, let's try this and see if you can access Game Booster in the notification panel. The problem, of course, is I don't know if it can load from cloud. I don't know. Now, it clearly didn't take the settings with it in regards of the log into an existing hot league account. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I guess I will. Let's just try. I'll have to look into some. I have another app that might be able to. At least I have some applications over to it now, and videos and such. And the sound was pretty good as well. Yeah, I think it's pretty loud. So that's pretty good. Testing your device, blah 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 blah. Yeah. Oh, it's getting a little hot. It looks pretty good, I guess. Okay. So let's just try something. Yeah, whatever. Let's try it out. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, probably. I don't know. I can't remember. Yeah, it seems to be. Okay, yeah, okay. Okay. What happened? Oh. Hey, yeah, you don't need to. That's lagging a little, but then recording again. This is another. I guess we're running another recording for that's I guess. Seems to be a little too high on this, and should move them a little lower. That is doing. Anyway. It's okay. What is this? That'll give me a break, another way of. Why would they do that actually, whatever. My programmers always want to toy around with bullshit. Afternoon, more streams for. Whatever. Yeah, but clearly it doesn't have my feature. Anyway, let's try one more. Okay, enter. Is it getting hot? Yeah. It's getting hot where the on the top where the that's also where the CPU is. So okay, let's try this. Yeah, it's not going to be totally easy in my browser. It's lagging a little in my browser when it's recording, but that's okay. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, do have it on maximum. Here we go. Should we take one more? I guess. Challenge. Yeah, whatever. Let's go. Go. Let's go. Also gave me the gold, but I don't think so. She was a little better. You know, it's getting a little hot, but yeah. Okay. Let's see what we have. Should we take one more? I'll see if I can get the information over from some of these. Just don't know why we didn't actually pull the things over from Google, but okay. Not much software, I guess. Let's see what we have here. Okay. Oh, the moon. Yeah, well, that doesn't matter. Okay, one more. Just one more. And I'll see if I can get my account and all that from the other one. Went okay. Well, whatever. Well, anyway, let's go back here and back here. And what is this? Regards of. Oh yeah, it's just regards of. Okay, tap to continue. Confirm. But yeah, it was pretty good. Oh, we are 71%. Let's see what in regards to the computer. Still don't know in regards of the. Let's see here. The live stream here. I see here. Looks pretty good. I could look better, but yeah, it's okay. Yeah. You know, it's not the fastest mobile and all that, so. So anyway, a Hebrew Yiddish keyboard. Well, I need to see if I can fix. We also have this one, but it's probably doesn't have that. Okay. Let's take this one. Okay. BS. Okay. Audible. Should be registered. Why is it not registered? Like I do have it from. Oh well, maybe it will get to it. Geekbench, Universal Tuner, and Writer, Microboost, Office. Sure is a lot of applications. And doesn't have, I clearly didn't take my settings with it. Oh, there we go. Oh, no. There we go. Okay. Well. Oh, no. Oh. Yeah. Made a mistake. Yeah, let's try again. Made a mistake. Anyway, whatever. Okay. How do I get out like that? Okay. Okay. I have Bible maps, Jewish. Apparently the Audible is, I don't know, manage options. Consent. Oh, give me a break with all the nonsense, you know. I even paid for this application. Anyway, I have a Kiwi browser. So it seems to have fixed a huge amount of applications, but doesn't seem to have fixed the data with it. I'll need to see if I can copy, use this other application to move from, Devarim. At least it moved the applications, but yeah, it seems, but not the settings. Yeah, nope, not the settings. So Greek, oh yeah. Alpha,
alpha,
Beta,
beta,
Gamma,
gamma,
Delta.
delta,
Apparently like Beta, Delta, anyway, it's the delta of a Epsilon.
epsilon,
Well, up, if okay, a little different.
epsilon,
Epsilon, Zeta.
zeta,
Oh,
eta,
Eta. Okay, Eta.
eta, theta,
Theta.
iota, kappa,
Lambda.
lambda,
Mem.
mi,
Oh yeah. Me. Oh yeah, noon.
ni,
No, and me. Okay. Ri.
xi,
Oh, XC. Oh my, that's terrible. Apparently I just, my memory. Oh, this one will need to, I guess, be set up as well. Half moon. We need like a background as well. Should be able to get like wallpaper. Change wallpaper. Okay, well those I guess the standard wallpapers. Galaxy themes. Live wallpapers. Like, how is it like? Why is it like, hidden? That's preview. No. Set as wallpapers here. Moon. Size. Minimum start image. Yeah, let's just have that. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, that still works apparently. Set as wallpaper. Home screen and lock screen. Yep, there we go. I will make it feel a little more home. Oh, there we go. Look at that beauty, right? And it's like, oh, see. Whoa, there we go. It works. So far, so good. Okay. Yeah, well. OneDrive, link, I don't know. I think I have most of the things. Okay, internet. Okay, okay, up. I still have some issues in regards to moving things. Okay. Samsung members, Galaxy Store, Facebook, Spotify, phone. I had lots of application. I have no idea. Settings, tips, YouTube, Samsung Note, game launcher. You have the satanic global goals. Samsung free. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's like news. Yeah, there'll be a lot of things I need to delete, for sure. Browser and barcode, Stedman's medical Linux cheat sheet. The Jewish phone book. Oh, we have the pro shot. Oh, let's try this. Scan, okay. Let's see what happens. Okay, yeah, whatever. We don't know. I haven't really used it much, but yeah, scan the hardware. Thank you. Oh, I need to pee. I'll be right back. it's not hard. Let's see. Okay, manual focus. No, max zoom. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't really seem to say 60 frames. Yeah. Sad if that's true. I'll try it. And go into video. Oh, actually, it does seem to say 60 frames. Nice. It actually seems to. Well, doesn't do it in. But no, that's fine. It's just weird that it wouldn't be able to do it in 1080p. But 720p would be okay, actually. As long as it's like 60. Why wouldn't it be able to do it with 1080p? Like, yeah, okay. So apparently only 700, but yeah, we'll have to try that, I guess. Okay. Don't know if I can do that while I'm actually. Oh, okay. Oh well, it actually seems to be at least be possible in 720p. Okay, only see like having a 7-8-year-old mobile that it can actually do 1080, 60 frames per second, you know. Just a little weird. We have the MPV, doesn't really matter because Total Commander seems to work. Let's see how we can get this one out. Yeah. Oh. No. Is it then? Oh, no, maybe up here. I don't see it, but anyway. Let's try to. Or maybe video the Chuck Mishler. No, apparently not. Why is there nothing in there? Seems to be empty or something is wrong. Oh, maybe it's looking for. Oh, it's looking for. Okay, let's see here. Playlist. Why is it looking for playlist? Okay, let's try here. Plus. Ah, there we go. That's weird. That wasn't okay. There we go. Let's try this one.
My title is Mystery Babylon Identified. About 2,500 years ago, God gave the prophet Daniel a vision of four strange beasts, as we all know, representing the four world empires, which are now history: the Babylonian, Medo-Persian, Grecian, and Roman. Yes, there were other empires, large empires based in Egypt, China, Central and South America, Arabia, and so forth, but Scripture gives them no prophetic significance because they will not rise again. Only Rome will. Symbolic of the Roman Empire, the fourth beast retained characteristics of the three empires which preceded it, yet it was far more, quote, dreadful and terrible, strong exceedingly. It had great iron teeth that devoured the known world, breaking and trampling all that opposed it, and so forth, Daniel 7:7. This fourth beast had 10 horns, corresponding to the 10 toes on the huge image seen in Daniel chapter 2, an image which depicted the same four world empires. The image's 2 legs foretold the split of the Roman Empire. Politically, when Constantine moved his capital to Constantinople in 330 AD, and religiously, between Roman Catholicism and Eastern Orthodoxy, when in 1054 Pope Leo IX in Rome excommunicated.
It sounds pretty good. Doesn't sound too bad, you know. Yeah. And then we have to squeeze all these news so we can get away from that. So let's see here. Yeah, but I guess overall it looks pretty good. Yeah. And well, I guess I will have to. There's a good amount of videos that I guess could be little, removed. Maestro, Knots, Chord, Finnick. Bible stuff, blabber. I guess they didn't get any information. BS Pro. And okay.
His light, his truth, just flowing without seams, without bumps, without hiccups, uncensored, unafraid, and unstoppable. It is the 14th day of April 2022. Welcome to the Stu Peters Show. My name is Stu. The Society of Jesus is a military order of priests. It was founded nearly 500 years ago for the purpose of trying to suppress the Protestant Reformation. In its 480 years of history, the Jesuit order has been banned in or kicked out of dozens of countries.
Looks pretty good.
In England, under Queen Elizabeth, Jesuits who snuck into the country were executed. Maybe that's not so surprising. England was Protestant and didn't really want any Catholic priests in the country, but it gets stranger. In 1759, the Jesuits were expelled from Portugal and all of its colonies. In 1764, the Jesuits were banned in France. 3 years later, Spain expelled them. Malta kicked them out. So did Poland, even Naples and...
Stopped it, Okay, how do I? There we go.
Parma, 2 countries in modern-day Italy, expelled them.
Oh, no background play? Or?
Naples and Parma, 2 countries in modern-day Italy, expelled them.
Oh, yeah, okay. No background play. Maybe it needs to be set up, No Total Commander can do background play, so...
Michael Seniorius,
there we go.
Patriarch of Constantinople. The 10 toes of iron mixed with clay signified 10 kings who must reign when, quote, the God of heaven shall set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, Daniel 2:44. Nearly 700 years after Daniel, around 95 AD, the Apostle John was given 3 further prophetic visions of this same terrible fourth beast, as recorded in Revelation 12, Revelation 13, and chapter 17. At that time, the world empires represented by the first 3 beasts had come and gone exactly as Daniel had prophesied. The fourth beast, the Roman Empire, was then at the height of its power. It too would fall, but unlike its 3 predecessors, and exactly as the Bible foretold, it would not be conquered by a successor. No 5th empire would arise to take its place. Instead, Scripture foretold that the Roman Empire itself would be revived in a more powerful form to control all of earth just before Christ's second coming. Numerous scriptures indicate this. Since the Roman Empire was never ruled by 10 kings at one time, as foreseen in the image's 10 toes and the fourth beast's 10 horns, it must be revived worldwide, divided into 10 regions under separate sub-rulers accountable to Antichrist, in my opinion at least. 10 nations in Western Europe could hardly represent the revival of an empire which included far more in its day. Moreover, we're clearly told that, quote, power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations, and all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him. Revelation 13, 7 and 8. Interestingly, today's world has already been divided into 10 regions by the Club of Rome. Only when Antichrist's position and power have been fully established, 2 Thessalonians 2, 8 and 9, will the second coming take place with Christ returning to destroy Antichrist and his kingdom and to set up his own millennial reign over this earth from Jerusalem. It says, whom the Lord shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. John saw this fourth beast 3 times. First as a red dragon seeking to destroy Israel. Quote, and behold, a great red dragon having 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns upon his heads. Revelation 12. In chapter 13, this dreadful beast appears again, representing the revived Roman Empire whose, quote, deadly wound was healed. in my opinion at least, and also its ruler, the Antichrist, whom, quote, all that dwell upon the earth shall worship. Now, John expresses no shock at the sight of the beast, but in his third vision of this scarlet beast with 7 heads and 10 horns, he's staggered to see a woman on its back, Revelation 17:6. A woman rides the beast, and not as in a rodeo on a creature which is trying to buck her off, but sitting relaxed and comfortable, holding the reins, obviously a key player in the unfolding drama of Antichrist's rule over the revived Roman Empire. Who is this woman? John's vision provides at least 14 specifics which identify her, I think, beyond question. First of all, she's a city, verse 19. Secondly, the city sits on 7 hills, verse 9. Several cities sit on 7 hills, of course. John's vision, however, eliminates all but one, as we shall see. That the 7 heads also signify 7 kings doesn't take away from the fact that they represent 7 hills upon which the woman sits. Thirdly, emblazoned on her forehead is her name, Mystery Babylon. Saddam Hussein has been rebuilding Iraq's ancient city of Babylon, headquarters of the First World Empire. The woman could not be that city, however, rebuilt for the Antichrist for several reasons. First of all, it's the 4th empire, headquartered in Rome, which is to be brought back to life, not the Babylonian Empire. The 10 toes and 10 horns belong to Rome. And Babylon was not built on 7 hills, nor does it meet any of the other identifying criteria. Rome, however, was and has universally been known as the city of 7 hills. The Catholic Encyclopedia states, quote, "It is within the city of Rome, called the city of 7 hills, that the entire area of Vatican State proper is now confined," unquote. Charles Dyer counters, "The 7 heads are associated with the beast, not the woman. It doesn't identify the location of the prostitute because she's not an organic part of the beast," unquote. Nor is any cowboy an organic part of his horse. The 7 heads are associated with the woman. They are specifically stated to be 7 hills on which she sits. That's location. Interestingly, Rome was also known as Babylon. In his book Catholicism and Fundamentalism, Catholic apologist Carl Keating writes, quote, "Babylon is a code word for Rome. It is used that way 6 times in the last book of the Bible." I would agree with him there. And in extra-biblical works, such as sibling oracles, the Apocalypse of Baruch and Esdras, Eusebius Pamphilius, writing about 303, noted that Peter referred to Rome figuratively as Babylon, 1 Peter 5:13, the church that is at Babylon greeteth you. The Bible often addresses a person or city under another name. For example, Jerusalem is called Sodom in Egypt, Revelation 11:8, and Satan is addressed as the king of Babylon in Isaiah 14 and as the prince of Tyrus in Ezekiel 28. Could Rome be the woman on the beast? That would make good sense, because the beast she rides is the revived Roman Empire. Fourth, this woman is called, quote, "the great whore, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication," verses 1 and 2. While Nineveh and Tyre were associated with prostitution because of their rampant sexual immorality, literal whoredom and fornication would be impossible for a city. Spiritual fornication, however, would be possible for a city if it were a spiritual entity. Jerusalem is such a city. It's called the Holy City, the city of God, having been chosen by God to represent him to the nations. Tragically, Jerusalem violated that relationship and was repeatedly accused by God's prophets of spiritual harlotry and adultery. Just one verse of many. Isaiah said of Jerusalem, quote, "How is the faithful city become a harlot?" Chapter 1, verse 21. Jerusalem, however, can't be the woman riding the beast because it wasn't built on 7 hills, nor does it meet any of the other criteria in John's vision. There is one other city in the world, and only one, which is a spiritual entity, and could therefore commit spiritual fornication with the kings of the earth, and it is built on 7 hills. Again, that city is Rome, headquarters of Roman Catholicism, which claims to be the true Christianity. Its Pope claims to be the Vicar of Christ. Moreover, the Roman Catholic Church claims that its members have taken the place of Israel as the true people of God, and that Rome is therefore the New Jerusalem. Catholic Rome claims the very titles God gave to Jerusalem, the Holy City, the City of God, even the Eternal City. Let me state right now, I have no desire to attack Catholics. I'm not a Catholic basher, as I've been accused of being. I love Catholics. I want them to know the truth. Let's set the record straight. The canons and decrees of the Council of Trent, which Vatican II reproposed, This sacred council proposes again the canons and decrees of the Council of Trent. Understand? Contain more than 100 anathemas, damning me and every evangelical Christian for our beliefs and our unwillingness to accept Catholic dogmas and authorities. So who is really bashing whom? We've already discovered from John's vision that these four criteria, being a city known as Babylon, built on 7 hills, that committed spiritual fornication with earth's rulers, have ruled out every city on earth except Rome. We're, of course, not talking about political civil Rome, but about religious Rome, and more specifically the Vatican and the Roman Catholic Church as the worldwide leader of a false and antichrist Christianity. The Pope is currently leading the greatest ecumenical movement in history in order to unite all religions under Rome's leadership. As only one example, in 1986, Pope John Paul II gathered in Assisi, Italy, the leaders of the world's major religions to pray for peace. There were snake worshippers, fire worshippers, spiritists, animists, Buddhists, Muslims, Hindus, North American Indian witch doctors. I watched in astonishment as they walked to the microphone to pray. The Pope said they were all praying to the same God, and that their prayers were creating a spiritual energy that was bringing about a new climate for peace. On that occasion, John Paul II allowed his good friend the Dalai Lama to put the Buddha on the altar in St. Peter's Church in Assisi, and with his monks have the Buddhist worship ceremony there, while Shintoists chanted and tinkled their bells outside. The prophesied world religion is in the process of being formed before our eyes, and the Vatican is the headquarters of the movement. Is this not spiritual fornication, such as no other city either has committed or could commit? The objection is raised that Vatican City is only a small part of Rome, and is not itself built on 7 hills. Historically, however, the popes ruled as kings over all of Rome and the surrounding area, as well as over large territories across Italy known as the Papal States. Pope Innocent III abolished the Roman Senate and placed the administration of Rome directly under his control. It wasn't until 1870 that Rome and the other Vatican-controlled territories were finally captured by the army of the newly united Italy. The Jews were liberated at last from Rome's shameful ghetto, and Pope Pius IX took refuge in Vatican City, which has been the headquarters of the Roman Catholic Church ever since. Today, the Vatican still owns about 1/3 of Rome, and its influence is everywhere through its monuments, churches, and other institutions scattered throughout the entire city of 7 Hills. That church proudly identifies itself as the Roman Catholic Church. A recent article in National Catholic Reporter titled, quote, "Rome, where the Pontiff reigns supreme," declared, "No city comes close to being so suffused with religious culture as Rome is with Catholicism. What has emerged over the centuries is unmistakably a culture of the papacy," unquote. The article goes on to refer to the monuments to Roman Catholicism found everywhere in Rome and states, quote, "All roads lead sooner or later down the Via della Conciliazione to the Vatican. Rome is the world's spiritual crossroads," unquote. Our Sunday Visitor's Catholic Encyclopedia adds, quote, "Hence, one understands the central place of Rome in the life of the Church today and the significance of the title Roman Catholic Church. Since the founding of the Church there, Rome has been the center of all Christianity. World's spiritual crossroads, center of all Christianity. This is the one city in the world built on 7 hills and known as Babylon, which is undoubtedly a spiritual entity. The popes have repeatedly engaged in partnership and thus spiritual fornication with emperors, kings, and princes. Claiming to be the bride of Christ, the Roman Catholic Church has been in bed with godless rulers down through history. Hundreds of examples could be given, not just from centuries past, but from recent times as well. Consider, for example, the alliances with Mussolini and Hitler. The Vatican literally put Mussolini into power. Pope Pius XI and his cardinals praised Mussolini as a man chosen by God and forbade Roman Catholics to oppose him politically. In turn, Mussolini signed the Concordat with the Vatican in 1929, making Roman Catholicism the sole religion of Italy. The Vatican received 750 million lire in cash and 1 billion in state bonds. 4 years later, in 1933, came a similar Concordat with Hitler, resulting in the Vatican's reception of hundreds of millions of German marks from the Nazi regime all through World War II. Similar concordats with many other governments have made the Roman Catholic Church the only religion allowed in those countries and have brought persecution and death upon thousands of evangelicals. One could not ask for clear examples of fornication with the kings of the earth. Ancient Babylon doesn't meet this criteria, nor does any other city. Christ never joined forces with Caesar, nor did Peter or Paul. But the Roman Catholic Church has continually engaged in adulterous relationships with secular rulers right up to the present. The cover of Time magazine, February 24th, 1992, declared, quote, "Holy Alliance, how Reagan and the Pope conspired to assist Poland's solidarity movement and hasten the demise of communism," unquote. The alliance between Reagan and Pope John Paul II, between the CIA and the alleged Vicar of Christ, could only be called spiritual fornication. Vatican liaison to the White House, Archbishop Pio Laghi, kept reminding American officials, quote, "Listen to the Holy Father. We have 2,000 years experience at this," unquote. 2,000 years is an exaggeration, but there have been centuries of political intrigue at which the Vatican is clearly the master. And this is the true church? No, this is the whore. Mikhail Gorbachev, who has called the Pope, quote, "the highest spiritual authority on earth,"
And the
wrote in a
radiator is
syndicated
dead.
column, quote,
That's
"Pope
interesting.
John Paul II played a major political role in the collapse of communism in Eastern Europe. The events in Eastern Europe might not have been possible without the presence of this Pope, without the great role which he knew how to play on the world scene," unquote. Such praise could never have been given to Christ or to his apostles, who were martyred by the secular
just turned it
world,
off.
which the popes have embraced in spiritual fornication and have even dominated. Or we could give many other examples. Fifth, this city on 7 hills, quote, "rules over the kings of the earth," verse 19. In John's day, of course, it was the Rome of the Caesars that ruled the world. After the Caesars lost their power, the popes ruled in their place and over wider territories and often more ruthlessly. Christ said that his kingdom is not of this world and his servants are not to fight. In direct disobedience, the popes, who included some of the greatest military commanders in history, Pope Innocent III never lost a battle. They fought with armies and navies in the name of Christ to build a huge kingdom, an unrivaled worldwide empire, property, wealth, and political influence, which is very much of this world. Papal worldly power has been wielded for centuries in fulfillment of John's remarkable vision, while ancient Babylon has been in ruins. Hundreds of examples could be given. Here are a few. Pope Alexander II decreed that Harold, the lawful king of England, was a usurper, excommunicated him and his followers, and gave the throne to William, Duke of Normandy. With the Pope's blessing, William the Conqueror killed Harold in battle, took over England, and was crowned in London on Christmas Day, 1066. He accepted the crown of England, quote, "in the name of the Holy See of Rome," unquote. As the Pope's agent, William the Conqueror, now their king, was required to teach the English people due obedience to Christ's vicar and to pay their taxes to the Pope punctually. Pope Alexander III excommunicated the Roman Emperor, Frederick Barbarossa, Frederick I. The latter came for revenge with his armies against the Pope and was soundly defeated. Frederick I, the Emperor, came to Venice where he groveled at the Pope's feet with face in the dust, begging forgiveness. The Pope put his heel on the Emperor's neck while the cardinal chanted, "Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder," and so forth. Papal Rome has ruled the kings of this earth for centuries, while ancient Babylon lay in ruins. Pope Gregory VII's claim to be King of Kings was no idle boast. In 1077, Gregory forbade Henry IV, heir of Charlemagne — by the way, Charlemagne had been crowned emperor by Pope Leo III — he forbade fourth heir of Charlemagne, supreme head of the Holy Roman Empire, to rule the kingdoms of Italy and Germany, and threatened to excommunicate anyone who would serve him as king. Henry journeyed across the Alps in winter to beg the Pope's forgiveness. The humbled emperor had to stand 3 days in penitence, barefoot and in a haircloth shirt, out of the Pope's castle at Canossa before he was granted an audience to express his repentance. In 1155, Pope Adrian IV gave the crown of Ireland King of England, consigning the Irish to the merciless cruelties of Henry II. A later King of England, John Lackland, tried to break free from Rome, and Pope Innocent III forced him to surrender his crown, therefore allowing him to rule only as a vassal of the Holy See. One 18th century Catholic historian, 95 popes who claimed to have divine power to depose kings and emperors. Historian R.W. Southern declared, quote, "During the whole medieval period, there was in Rome a single spiritual and temporal authority exercising powers which in the end exceeded those that had ever lain within the grasp of a Roman emperor," unquote. Pope Gregory Gregory XI's papal bull of 1372 and Cona Domini claimed papal dominion over the entire Christian world, secular and religious, and excommunicated all who failed to obey the popes and to pay them taxes. The bull was confirmed by subsequent popes, and in 1568, Pope Pius V swore that it was to remain an eternal law. Surely no other city at the present or in history can rival the way in which Rome, especially Catholic Rome, qualifies as the city on 7 hills which reigns over kings. Hundreds more examples could be given covering centuries when Babylon lay in ruins. Nor is empire building an abandoned feature of the past. The Second Vatican Council declared that, quote, the Catholic Church ceaselessly and efficaciously seeks for the return of all humanity in all its goods under Christ, unquote, meaning, of course, under the Pope, Christ's alleged vicar.
There you go.
The 6th point. Not only is Babylon the code name for Rome, but Rome's connections to Babylon go much deeper. Ancient Babylon drew its Semitic name Babalu, Gate of God. From the Tower of Babel around whose ruins it was built, that tower designed to reach to heaven was the headquarters of the first world religion, just as Rome will be for the coming world religion of Antichrist. Furthermore, just as Babel's tower and city, let us build us a city and a tower, whose top may reach to heaven. Just as Babel's tower and city united church and state, so the popes wielded both civil and religious authority, and in like manner the woman and the beast she rides will unite the coming world government and world religion. With its attempt to reach heaven by steps of its own making, Babel was the ultimate works religion, and so it is in Roman Catholicism. Salvation is unquestionably by works. Vatican II declares, quote, to gain indulgences, the work prescribed must be done. From the most ancient times in the church, good works were also offered to God for the salvation of sinners. All men may attain to salvation through faith, baptism, and the observance of the commandments, unquote. The Council of Trent, as reproposed by Vatican II, decreed, quote, if anyone says that the sacraments of the new law are not necessary, talk about Galatianism, and the Judaizers, if anyone says that the sacraments of the new law are not necessary for salvation, and that without them men obtain from God through faith alone the grace of justification, let him be anathema. That's one of more than 100 anathemas. Clearly, good works play a key role in earning salvation in Catholicism, as the average Catholic would testify. Thus, by its practice of salvation through good works and ritual, Catholic Rome once again fits the description of the woman whose name is Babylon. The 7th identifying feature, John tells us that the name Babylon emblazoned on the woman's forehead is preceded by the word mystery. Here again, mystery is the very heart of Roman Catholicism. Pope Paul VI's encyclical on the Eucharist is titled Mysterium Fidei. Vatican II refers repeatedly to, quote, the mystery of the Eucharist, unquote. The Vatican's new Universal Catechism declares that all of the Church's liturgy is mystery, and that its aim is, quote, to initiate souls into the mystery of Christ. It is mystagogy, unquote. By claiming to be the custodian of a mystery, which only its priests and bishops can mediate, the Roman Catholic Church keeps its members dependent upon it rather than upon Christ for their salvation, which it has historically sold for money, and still does so today, and thus trades in the souls of men, as Revelation 18:13 says. The 8th point. John notes that the woman on the beast is clothed in purple and scarlet, unquote, verse 4. These were the colors of the Roman Caesars, became those Catholic hierarchy, and remain so today. The Catholic Encyclopedia declares of the ankle-length robe worn by Catholic clergy as their official garb, quote, the color for bishops and other prelates is purple, for cardinals scarlet, unquote. This may seem a small point, but as one identifying feature after another falls into place, the case becomes overwhelming. Catholic Rome meets all the criteria. No other city comes close, certainly not a city lying in ruins for the past 2,000 years. The 9th identifying feature. The woman is wealthy beyond calculation, quote, decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, unquote, Revelation 17:4. The Roman Catholic Church is by far the wealthiest institution on earth. Every cathedral, you've traveled to Europe and South America and so forth, you know, every cathedral has its treasury, where priceless objects are displayed for those who pay the price to see them. The value of innumerable sculptures by such masters as Michelangelo, paintings by the world's greatest artists, and treasures, and ancient documents which she possesses not only at the Vatican, but around the world. The value is beyond calculation. Nino Lobello, former Rome correspondent for Business Week, calls the Vatican the tycoon on the Tiber because of its incredible wealth and worldwide enterprises. His research indicates it's probably the largest holder of stocks and bonds in the world, to say nothing of its ownership of industries, from electronics and plastics to airlines and chemical and engineering firms. There is no city, past or present, which even comes close to possessing the incalculable wealth of the Roman Catholic Church. The rich clothing adorning the woman reflect the fact that the robes worn by popes and the regalia used in pomp and ceremony were inherited from the Caesars. One Catholic historian has written, quote, "The Bishop of Rome looked like Constantine, lived like him, dressed like him, inhabited his palaces, ruled over his lands, had exactly the same imperial outlook. The popes had become obsessed with power and possession. Peter's successors became not the servants, but the masters of the world. They dress in purple like Nero and call themselves Pontifex Maximus." 10th, the woman riding the beast has a golden cup in her hand. This is the holiest instrument in Roman Catholicism, the golden chalice used in the Eucharist or Mass. The Roman Catholic Church possesses literally hundreds of thousands of gold chalices. If there's any mark of the Catholic Church, it would be the gold cup. 11th, John perceives that this golden chalice is filled with, quote, "the filthiness of her abominations," unquote, reflecting the Bible's view of the sacrifice of the Mass, the very heart of Roman Catholicism. Such was the conviction of hundreds of thousands of Christians throughout history who were burned at the stake for refusing to participate in the Mass, which they earnestly believed was the greatest abomination conceivable. Why? Because it claims to be the literal sacrificial offering again and again of the body and blood of Christ, whereas the Bible clearly says that Christ's sacrifice upon the cross was completed once and for all, never to be repeated again. Catholicism claims that when at the Last Supper Christ said, quote, "This is my body, this is my blood," he had to be taken literally. The bread and wine he held in his hands had with those words become his literal body and blood. And when the priest speaks those words today, the bread and wine become again Christ's literal body and blood to be sacrificed endlessly on Catholic altars as truly as Christ was sacrificed on the cross. No one takes it literally when Christ said, "I'm the door, I'm the light of the world, I'm the good shepherd," or when he called his disciples sheep. Christ was obviously speaking figuratively when he referred to bread and wine as his body and blood. There's no way that the bread could literally be his body when he was sitting there in his physical body holding the bread. Much less can millions of tiny wafers each be simultaneously Christ's literal body and blood, soul, personality, divinity, whole and entire, as Catholicism claims. That is not literalism, but mysticism, the very mystery emblazoned on the woman's forehead. Compounding the error, Vatican II declares, quote, "Our Savior at the Last Supper instituted the Eucharistic sacrifice of his body and blood," unquote. The Council of Trent agrees that Christ at the Last Supper, quote, "offered up to God the Father his own body and blood under the form of bread and wine," unquote. If so, then he was sacrificed for the sins of the world at the Last Supper before he went to the cross. Indeed, he wouldn't have to go to the cross at all if Catholic priests, as they claim, can truly turn bread and wine into the literal body and blood of Christ and offer it as a propitiatory sacrifice on their altars. This is the great mystery at the heart of Catholicism. The Pocket Catholic Dictionary states, quote, "The Mass is a truly propitiatory sacrifice by which the Lord is appeased. He grants grace. He pardons wrongdoings and sins," unquote. The Council of Trent declared, quote, "Regarding the great mystery of the Eucharist, it is the true and only sacrifice," unquote. Then the cross is unnecessary. Of course, Catholic apologists would say that the cross is essential. Yet in Catholicism, Christ's sacrifice upon the cross is only effective in its repetition in the Mass, and then only partially each time the Mass is repeated. It takes many repetitions of the Mass to take a soul to heaven. Christ won for the world all the graces it needs for salvation and sanctification, but these blessings are conferred gradually and continually since Calvary, mainly through the Mass. The priest is indispensable, since he alone, by his powers, can change the elements of bread and wine into the body and blood of Christ. The more often the sacrifice is offered, the more benefit is conferred," unquote. In other words, Christ's sacrifice is not yet complete, but is still in process through the Mass. Indeed, Vatican II, page 1, says, quote, "For it is the liturgy through which, especially in the divine sacrifice of the Eucharist, the work of our redemption is accomplished," unquote. Hebrews 9:12 assures us that Christ obtained eternal redemption for us. Ephesians 1:7, Colossians 1:14 both state, in whom, in Christ, we have redemption through his blood, the forgiveness of sins. Yet Vatican II insists, quote, for in the sacrifice of the Mass, our Lord is immolated. He's still suffering. The Mass is a sacrifice in which the sacrifice of the cross is perpetuated, unquote. The Pocket Catholic Dictionary explains that in the Mass, Christ, quote, offers himself as really as he did on Calvary, unquote. Then what did Christ mean when he cried in triumph, it is finished? Indeed, that golden cup is full of abominations, as Revelation 17 foretold. Playing a semantic game, Catholicism suggests that Christ isn't really being sacrificed over and over, but his sacrifice on the cross is being represented or made present. Such a statement is meaningless. An event that was completed in the past can't be made present. Moreover, if the past event accomplished its purpose, then there's no reason for wanting to perpetuate it in the present, even if that could be done. For example, if a benefactor pays a creditor the debt someone owes, the debt is gone forever. It would be meaningless to speak of representing or reenacting or perpetuating the payment in the present. One could well remember with gratitude the payment that was made, but no reenactment would have any virtue, since there no longer remains any debt to be paid. Yet the New Catechism of the Catholic Church says, quote, as sacrifice, the Eucharist is also offered in reparation for the sins of the living and the dead, and to obtain spiritual or temporal benefits from God. That's like trying to pay more installments on a debt that's been paid in full. Clearly, the Mass is a denial of the sufficiency of the payment Christ made for sin upon the cross. At the heart of this error, the Catholic priesthood claims to perform the miracle of transubstantiation, turning bread and wine into the body and blood of Christ, quote, under the appearance of remaining bread and wine, unquote. This mystery, they call it, is supposed to be a great miracle, even though the wafer and wine remain unchanged in physical qualities. There's no such miracle in the Bible. Did Christ ever give a blind man his sight under the appearance of the man remaining blind? Did he ever raise a dead man to life under the appearance of the man remaining dead? Under those circumstances, it wouldn't be unbelief but common sense to deny that the alleged miracle had occurred at all. Suppose the water turned to wine by Christ at the wedding at Cana had been this kind of miracle. The servants pour it out to the governor of the feast, and he exclaims, I asked for wine. This is water. The servants insist, sir, it is wine. Angrily, the governor shouts, it looks like water, tastes like water, it is water. You need faith, the servants insist. This is a miracle. Christ turned water into wine, but under the appearance of remaining water. That's not a miracle, that's a fraud, would be the governor's response, and he would be right. And so it is with transubstantiation. The golden cup is full of abominations. The dogma of purgatory is another abomination in the golden cup. Vatican II says that although Christ suffered to bear our eternal punishment, we must personally suffer to expiate the temporal punishment due for our sins. And you're anathematized if you deny that. Sin, I'm quoting Vatican now, sin must be expiated through the sorrows, miseries, and trials of this life, or in the next life, through fire and torments or purifying punishments. In purgatory, the souls of those who died in the charity of God and truly repentant for their sins and omissions are cleansed after death with punishments designed to purge away their debt. Yet, in blatant contradiction, at the same time, out of the other side of its mouth, Catholicism says, well, but we don't really have to suffer. Masses and rosaries can be said, even after one's death, to reduce one's suffering in purgatory. For those who die, wearing the brown scapular of Our Lady of Mount Carmel and fulfill certain other obligations, she promises to go into purgatory the Saturday after their death and take them out to heaven, so they don't have to personally suffer. Christ's sacrifice on the cross was not sufficient, but its alleged repetition in the Mass, if done enough times, will eventually get one to heaven. Moreover, good Catholics may offer their suffering to release souls from purgatory. Padre Pio manifested the stigmata for 40 years to pay the penalty for the sins of the world so that souls could be released from purgatory. Of such alleged saints, Vatican II says, quote, they have carried their crosses to make expiation for their own sins and the sins of others. They were convinced that by their suffering They could help their brothers to obtain salvation from God, unquote. Catholicism has indeed filled that golden cup with abominations. For centuries, the payment of money brought deliverance from purgatory and passage into heaven. That practice eventually sparked the Reformation, as you remember. Who can forget the infamous sales pitch of the Dominican friar Tetzel, commissioned by Pope Leo X to reap a fortune for Rome? Quote, as soon as the coin in the coffer rings, a soul from purgatory springs, unquote. This was nothing new. Rome had consistently sold salvation for centuries. Again, we say she has, quote, made merchandise of souls of men, unquote. Revelation 18:13. Popes published lists of every crime from incest to piracy to murder, with a price for which the church would give absolution for each. For example, a deacon guilty of murder could be absolved for 20 crowns. The anointed malefactors, as they were called, once pardoned by the church, could not be prosecuted by civil authorities because the church reigned supreme. Here's a further abomination filling the woman's golden cup, selling tickets to heaven that end people up in hell. Similar practices continue in Roman Catholicism today. Here's a mass card. One may obtain a mass card from any mortuary when the names of the deceased and the donor have been filled in and an offering given to the church. The priest places the card on the altar during Mass, allegedly reducing the time of suffering for the deceased in purgatory. Of course, the church makes no guarantee how much suffering will be shortened or how many more masses must be said before the gates of heaven can be opened. Consequently, multiple masses are purchased, hoping that eventually enough will be celebrated. A friend's father died recently, and he told me that $2,000 in mass cards were purchased at the funeral, and of course many more will be in following years.
Very nice.
Some Catholics claim they don't believe in indulgences, but Vatican II declares, quote, the Church condemns with anathema those who say that indulgences are useless or that the Church does not have the power to grant them, unquote. Vatican II provides 20 complex rules governing indulgences. Just give you one. Rule 17 explains that the use of a crucifix, rosary, scapular, or medal, quote, can gain a partial indulgence. But if this object of piety is blessed by the Pope or any bishop, the faithful who use it with devotion can also gain a plenary indulgence on the feast of the apostles Peter and Paul, unquote. Here's another abomination filling that gold chalice. What kind of God grants favors depending upon whether a priest or a bishop has blessed some scapular or medal and whether it is used on a feast of Peter or Paul? And favors, remember, which the sufferings of Christ upon the cross could not procure. 12. The woman is called, quote, the mother of harlots, unquote, as well as spiritual harlots. Roman Catholicism has created literal harlots by the millions. Throughout history and today, priests, bishops, cardinals, and popes without number who claim to be celibates have had their lovers. There were popes who were the sons of supposedly celibate popes. Pope Silverius was fathered by Pope Hormisdas, and John XI by Sergius III, by his favorite mistress.
Seems to work at least.
The list of bastards who
Seems to work very nice. So yeah, there's some issues like the camera. The camera is kind of an annoyance. Could be better for sure. So America said, well, anyway. SD card inserted. App installation complete. Phoenix recorder is displaying it, yeah. Oh well, it looks pretty good. Good, you know. I need to see if we can uninstall some of these things for sure. And I need to see if I can get those applications over. Yep. But besides that, looks good. Oh, let's see here, the other way around. There we go. We can. I guess that's one camera. Zoom. Which camera is that? So you have this one and this one. Okay, this is the camera. Okay. Just this one. Still this camera. Then it should be to the one. Should go. Yep. There. So this is the widescreen camera. Okay. So that's great. And dung dung dung. Ah. Oh, looks pretty good. Let's turn this on, yeah. Ooh. I don't know if I can just turn, oh yeah, maybe I can just turn the cameras or the mobiles. See here. Why is Wi-Fi turned on? I'll see here if we can, no, eye comfort, power, mobile, flashlight. There we go, let's try that. Oh, nice, we can have the flashlight turned on. Great. That works pretty good. I don't know what this is, but yeah, it works pretty good. Ooh. So this is just the camera's own light, pretty much. Let's turn this off. Yeah. Oh. Let's see. There we go. So that's turned off. Oh, it goes pretty good. The only problem is that it tends to close down the camera automatically, apparently. That's this. There we go. Well, it didn't seem to do much in regards of the, speed of it. So I guess that's yep, but we have lost the sound. No sound. Oh, I guess it's yeah. Now we have the sound again. No, we got the sound back. Okay, so some issues in regards to the sound. Which is fine, in regards to recording. I would have thought that there would be some issues. Anyway, game launcher can probably, most likely be deleted, so, but I'll do that later when I have everything over on it and begin to sort things out and begin to delete them and set everything up, and hopefully, well, it seems like Total Commander at least works, so, and that's the biggie, so that looks pretty good. Sound seems to be pretty good. Yeah, it's a little different in regards to how you move around. I'll have to sort that out in some sense, and I guess relearn another way of things. Like there's what's the menu, by the way? Didn't we have the menu? Oh, I guess I can do both, whatever. Apparently it seems to have, well, okay, whatever. I guess it turned off the menu. I'm not sure what I prefer really, but Like the old method was nice because you actually knew what you were doing, right? You felt comfortable with it, and now there's like a new way, right? I think you can also download some themes, Galaxy themes. There we go, I guess. And you can maybe, okay, there's a lot of different themes. Maybe I could find something I like that actually has some blue, some, yeah, well, you can also get some icons apparently. And some of them apparently cost money. I guess they didn't get enough money for the mobile. So it's like maybe the free things, purchase. I could find something that looked like the LG V20, that would be nice. Oh, we had like a blue one, or we had like a orange. Oh, they're costing money. This one looks pretty nice, I guess, but I can't pay because I don't have the digital ID. Like boxes. Wonderful with some boxes, instead of all this nonsense of. Apparently, you can also download a trial. Let's try to download a trial and see how that goes. What is a trial? It's just like you can use it for, wow, 117 megabyte. Are you kidding? It's like everything is just gigantic. 117 megabyte. Are you kidding me? Oh, wow, everything becomes huge these days, It's like, for what, that's amazing. So apparently downloading is completed, and you will need to update this content in the purchase items menu. I'm not sure what they mean about that. Don't we have like a free section, like free? There we go. Yep, that's a Christ mess. Eve, oh, here we go, like black and white, that's nice. Like, yeah, seems to be like black and white. Oh, that's a Danish thing. Yeah, let's download that and see if we can, figure out. Oh, that sounds, what is that? Reminds me of the grass outside. When this amazing happened outside. I've only seen it once, but that was amazing. Let's see, what is this? I don't know. Well, let's just download it. Whatever, we can try some different things. There's a satanic nonsense. Why doesn't it load before it actually gets to that point? There's a yellow one. Nah. That's sure as yellow. Don't we have some blue? Nah, that's not like I have the. Nah. Looks too psychedelic. But there's a good amount of themes, I must say. So there must be a good amount of users. Happy New Year, that's kind of still a good amount of months. Well. A lot. Wow, that's a lot. sure is a lot. I haven't even reached the bottom yet. It's pretty amazing that it just continues. Although it didn't really seem to be that many that I've, liked. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Roman Catholic nonsense. That's some blue little... Nah. There should be at least one, or maybe two, that I would like. Let's see, in regards to the paid, let's see. Like if there's... Yeah, but you need to pay for something, and you can't do that because all the nonsense that is going into the world, we can't pay any on the internet anymore. Locked out of the internet. Don't really seem to be much better. Themes actually it seems like to be much worse because there's a lot more nonsense going on the screens, it seems. I don't really seem to find anything that is a lot of, Christmas nonsense. But sure, it's a lot of, it needs to up. Yeah, it needs to up. It's a bullshit nonsense of needing to upload all the things again, right? You see, you need to sit and do this nonsense instead of just having everything loaded, right? Yeah, typical, just move up. But yeah, the mobile is pretty responsive, I must say. It's pretty quick responsive. Okay, now it's getting a little, like, are you kidding me? Oh, that was a nice one with a yellow flower. Ooh. Well, I don't know about that, but just download it. It's just the national Danish flower, pretty much, the dandelion. Oh, there we go. We finally reached the bottom. Oh my. That was a lot. I must be a lot more than I had to the LG V20. On the LG V20, I just pretty much had 2 themes. That was good. Let's try to download that one as well. I just need to have one single theme that works good. Of course, we have the moon as background, so the background doesn't really matter. It's more in regards to the icons, I guess. Oh, black. That actually... Oh, we have some square buttons. Don't like the background, although in regards to the spider, But I think the rest looks actually pretty good, besides the background. But I don't need the background anyway. I'll ruin that. But the icons like square buttons, right? We love square buttons instead of all the nonsense. Maybe I can search like for square. Oh, here we have like one orange thing. Yeah, let's try that as well. Orange burst, Well, the mobile is pretty hot. You can feel it's... Oh, well, I have the light on as well. Oh, okay. Of course. So that's the reason why it's getting hot. I have the light turned on, and of course it's using a lot of battery as well. So it's getting heated. I don't like round. If I can find some squares, that would just be amazing. Square, square. Apparently you can get some square boxes as well, it seems. That's nice. How we can get away from the... Maybe if I search in square, maybe I can find something here. Square. That's square. This one maybe as well. I'll see what we have. Icons. Let's try it out, And yeah. So I have some square boxes as well. Color squares. Yeah, well, whatever. Let's try it out. Round. Who in the, freaking world want round icons on a mobile where you don't have that much space? You want every single pixel to be used. So wow. But yeah, there's a lot of... Oh, here we have some square boxes, it seems. Yeah, that's square. Neat black tiles. Oh, there's something in there. Let's try that as well. And the icons. That's not that much the background. I'll change the background. But the icons. Oh, that's yellow icons. I don't know about that. Let's try it out. Whatever. Oh, this. Oh, blue. Yeah, sadly not. But let's try it out anyway. Let's just download it. Whatever, it's free, right? Oh, that's yeah, let's try that one. That seems like very not too much going on. Some blue here. Let's try that. Although it looks a little confusing. Yeah. About this one? Nah. Nope. Some green. Let's just take the green one as well. Oh. Let's try that one. And this one? Yeah, let's try that one. This one? Yeah, let's try that one as well. Oh, we have some green. That's really green. I don't know about that. Now let's just try it, Blue. Let's try that. So blue, 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 blue. Let's just try it. And I've seen it before, but unless the let's just take it. I don't know why that's two. Oh, that was interesting. Let's just try that. Ooh, some orange. Yellow. Huh. Yeah, whatever. Let's try it. Blue. Oh, that's free. Let's try it out. Ooh, there's some music. Let's try that on out. I'm not so sure. Let's just download it. This one, download. Free. Oh, this one. Maybe. Oh well. Round icons. Why can't we just have square icons? Oh, that seems to be. Yeah, that's right. No idea if it's going to. Oh well. I guess we can stop here and so I have wallpapers. Doesn't really matter. I have the moon. We're sucking the battery dry for sure. Icons. Oh, you can just fix icons directly. Like top 100 icons this week. Are you kidding me? Oh my. Oh, that looks pretty nice. Actually, that's pretty nice. Download trial. I think that looks pretty nice. Pretty made, well done. Oh. Oh, there's a lot of those as well. Someone must be. Oh, we have some squares. Oh, great. Square ones, maybe. Something is crawling on me. Who knows what it is. Hopefully it don't bite, you know. Well. Oh, let's see. Can't. Oh, that is. Well, actually, it could actually bite. I guess it's getting cold outside, so I want to go in. I don't know. It's going over to my. Now it's turning around when I moved it. Oh, it doesn't seem like it has it so good. I guess it's getting cold outside, so I guess it went inside. It's pretty cold outside. Okay. Ouch, 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 my finger. Okay, let's, where's the flashlight? There we go. Oh, actually, apparently it's still downloading different things in the background. Getting a little tired of this thing here. Couldn't it just... there must be a way where you can actually tell it just to stay at a specific point. It's kind of annoying when it's not too bad, but it's still annoying, you know? And it's kind of... oh, here's some... Let's download trial. So yeah, sure seems to be a lot of things to choose from. Let's see, it's like all free. And just take the free ones. Oh, that's like a standard free one in regards of. Yeah. This one. I guess let's try this one. Doop 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 doop. Incredible with a bum 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 bum. Do 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 do. Ooh, nice boxes. Very nice. Good old boxes. Oh, I'll be good. Apparently it seems to be part of the design. If things are this and that. Okay. So, themes? New? Well, don't I already have them? My stuff. Oh, there we go. Trial, let's try this. Try it out. 10 minutes trial. Yeah, okay. Whatever. Interesting. So you get like a 10 minutes trial so you can try things out. That's a way to do it. Oh, nice. Well, interesting. Nah, it boxes it in like that. Could you have something where I just let the icon be the full extent? That would be nice. Yeah, okay. Now it's still installing different things, I guess. Oh, you have. Nah, I don't like it, it's just stupid. Oh, I have like, okay. My stuff. So let's try. Well, there's a trial here apparently as well. I was completing the download. Let's see if we can get some boxes. Oh, it's icons. Apparently it hasn't downloaded the rest yet. Wallpaper. Tap here to see the wallpapers that came with you. Okay. Like, you gotta be kidding me. Can we delete these or? Uh-oh. I think we might be losing the connection. At least it's complaining about the connection, apparently. I'll see what happens after 10 minutes. Okay, well, that's... interesting. So it actually, you can edit stuff to a folder apparently. Okay. I'll probably be able to nearly have everything on one page. Apparently they went back to this system and still didn't use the full extent of it. Stupid. That's incredible. Why they can't figure out to use the full extent. They did it. What is this? Oh, this. Okay. Okay. I have the camera still. Apparently now the box can't be colored or what? Nope. Apparently not. Can't color the box, but you can rename it. Okay. Seems to be some animation more. Hate animation. Maybe I can also turn the error because of making the animation less actually. In the usually there's a setting in developer option somewhere where you can make it less in regards to the animation. So it, yeah, there we go. Transition animation. I usually set it to this, you know, this and this. There we go. Yeah, so it makes it feel quicker. There we go. Let's try this. See here? Oh, still feels a little slow, but I guess maybe that's the theme. Google, YouTube, Drive, Google, blah blah blah. Okay. Apparently an empty folder. Oh, we have widgets. Yeah, right. I will have to sort that out as well. Deaf Moon. Yeah, we'll have to fix those widgets again. It's a tedious process, but what can you do these days? Use a lot of time fixing everything. Yeah. Still apparently downloading. So we still have 64 gigabyte of space. Music. Oh. Probably know that. No. Samsung. They're pretty good, you know. Sleepy, I get sleepy, like I feel like I want to go sleeping, you know. little, a little laggy or... Oh, applying theme. Oh, I guess that was the 10 minutes of this other theme. It's intro. So that was the 10 minutes we got with that. Huh. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, whatever. We had another one we could get like a theme. Well, I guess that's a nice feature that you can actually try them out, My stuff. We have a trial 9-ball. There's like 1 ball and 9 ball. So the 1 ball is free, and the 9 ball is not. It's like you can be kidding me. Apparently it's free apparently as well now. Okay. Seem to have like a... Can we delete this? Delete. Great. So what do we... This one is nice, orange. That reminds me a little of the old LG. Maybe I can search on oranges. I don't know about that. Let's see here. Nah, that's not going to work. Nope. Apparently we can also maybe change these. I remember the space design, that was nice. Guess one would need to make their own. Or pay someone to make it. That's also a possibility, I guess. Oh, we lost the sound. That's a mess. Let's see how hot it is at the moment. It feels pretty hot. Yeah, 41.5 and AC. Not entirely sure what that is, but it's hot. You can feel it. So it's absolutely getting hot. I did have the light on. So you can't delete it, or maybe you can only delete it if it's taken off, I guess. Okay. There's a trial. Okay, it's not finished. Interesting. Okay. Couldn't we like have something that just use the icons as they usually are? Why do this nonsense? I guess they has to be packaging. Anyway, we do have these, right? That seems to be. Let's try that. Black tile. I'm probably not going to have it like the good old days. It's just annoying with this screen going up and down. Doesn't seem like I can get into. If I do like that, then it just. Yeah, I don't like the, give me a break. Can we like turn that off and just keep it? What is this? My comfort shield. I guess it's removing maybe the. Oh, that was terrible. Oh, adaptive something. There we go, adaptive brightness, motion, smoothness, standard. Oh, here we go in regards to get longer battery life with a 60 Hz screen refresh rate. Oh, here we go, adaptive, okay. Get smoother animation and scrolling by automatically adjusting your screen refresh. This is of course not frames per second, this is hertz. Let's try then stand out and fix that on. Motion, smoothness. Get longer battery life with a 60 Hz screen refresh rate. Maybe that's the thing that he was talking about. Adaptive brightness, okay, adaptive brightness and motion. Great, let's try that. At least it says it gets longer battery life, so that maybe that's, can't really, can I feel it? It's right here. Oh, oops, apply. Adaptive. No. Apply. Nah. Anyway, I think we'll just keep it to standard. 60 Hz. But like, what is the difference between 60 Hz and some frames per second? Font size and style, screen shuffle. Screen timeout. Didn't I set that to 30? I did, but why is it on 10 easy mode? What is that? Nope. I guess it took the setting from my old mobile, I guess. So it's on gesture mode, okay. Increase the touch sensitivity of the screen for use with screen protectors. I wonder what that actually does totally in regards of. Maybe it just, maybe that actually just makes it even better. I'm not entirely sure, but that's interesting. Increase the touch sensitivity for the screen for. 5% power. And it turns down the screen as typical. Colors, what is that? Preview. Like a screensaver for what? I don't know. Some colors. Apparently. Not sure what it's really. Photo frame. Well, anyway. Accidental touch protection. Protect your phone from accidental touches when it's a dark place such as a pocket or bag, or whatever. Still not sure in regards to this sensitive thing. Maybe it would be nice, it's always nice with some touch sensitivity. Never a bad thing with some extra, I think. I know. Let's try to take it on and, whatever, okay. Yeah, they're still fixed inside. Nah, I don't like this. Nope. Let's try this one. Okay. Yeah, so we're getting close that the battery is going to run out, so yeah, battery runs out very quickly. But now at least I've turned all the 60 thing, yeah. 4% is left. At least the icon seems to at least be bigger. Still, How is it that you do, can't remember how to do it. I'm not using it so much. Phone active backgrounds. There we go. No? I'll just do it like that. Yeah, I guess there's something to try out to find something that actually suits. Must be something that I haven't found it yet for sure. Oh, that seems to be very small in regards of, like, makes it gigantic small. Maybe this one. See if that makes it bigger. Maybe it did make it bigger, but it's not much. I can't really see any difference. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, I don't know. I really just would like just to have the standard icons. Have the standard thing, but I guess that's not possible anymore because of Google's insanity. So I guess it always has to be in like a box, right? Let's try that one. Notations. Clef pendant. Oh well. Yeah. Nope. Nope, that's not going. Nope. Themes. Yeah, this rounding thing is not going to go. Okay. Yellow. Okay. 2% on the battery. So we're going to get I need to check in regards to chargers as well, in regards of how fast it actually can charge. If there's some chargers that's probably better than others and all that, typically. So why are they round? All of them are just round. I really don't know what I was thinking about in regards of yeah. So icons inside icons. What stupidity. Is there anything where you don't have icons inside icons? I guess not. Well, maybe we should try to see how fast it actually charges the battery. Let's see here. Just for the fun of it, although it is... I have 1% of power left. Let's turn this on. Let's see what it gets in regard to charging. Let's plug it in. There we go. Fast charging. That was pretty quick in regards of. Okay, so it's not fast charging when I have it, like when I'm using it, apparently. That's disgusting. Yeah, look at those small icons, you know. Is that really what we have? Like in the old days, like these icons were to the full extent, you know. The icon itself was the icon, but now it has to be into a bullshit box, you know. Like, so stupid, you know. Like it was just a standard. Wonderful. Okay, so apparently when it's only charging with 5 watts at the moment, so apparently I need to close it off before it actually goes into fast charge. Yeah. So apparently we go into a background. So if I close the screen, it goes to 13 watts, which is not close to, it's not 15 watts. Now it goes down to 8 watts. Interesting. Let's turn it on again. When I turn it on, it goes to 5 watts. And, okay. Well, we have charged it a little. Look. Like this one have like, it seems like it has bigger things in it. Let's try that. But yeah, it is charging the mobile, but I need to close it off before it actually begins to, you know, 13.8 watts. Not 15 at least. And now then it goes down to 8.4. So it's I don't know, it's weird, but of course it is recording. So oh, some blue. Oh, we have this. Okay, let's see what we have here. At least these are bigger, it seems. Nah. Doesn't really work for me. Nope. Is that just one single one I can find? That's a good question. Let's try this one. Yeah. So anyway, apparently it can't full charge when it's turned on, it seems. Well, we can try with, let's try something else here. Let's try to put this one on. Yeah, still the same thing. No, actually. No, now we actually have 13 watts now. Oh yeah. No, now it goes down to 5 again. Yeah, it's really quick to go down apparently. But it actually did have... Oh, that's interesting. A box. it too confusing. I like, no, way too much. That's way too, themes, that's my stuff. Let's just go back to the original default. Let's see if we... And then we can always fix the moon to it. Yeah, that's much better. And yeah, at least you have some bigger icons, it also seems, you know. Seems to have like the full extent of, you know, like this. Full extent of the icon. Yeah, that's much better. Still some rounding, sadly. Would have been nice if, like, total square. But, yeah, this is much better. I don't think the other themes are. Let's try this one. Yeah. Like everything gets into boxes. And thereby it seems like it becomes smaller. That's not going to go. Nope. I'm not interested in that. Let's try again this one. Yeah, this is much better. At least we can see much more of the icons. Like this one is pretty big now, right? Maybe it's just me. It's a little harder. I could take a thing to measure it by. New fonts, animated, best. These are the best ones. Let's try this one. I don't know. Don't we have like some square at least? All these themes. I think I'll just like the original the best, pretty much. Because it seems like every one of these actually makes things smaller. This one seems to have some pretty good button size in regards to this. But then it fixes these, all different colors at least. Here we go with one. No, I guess not. I guess Google has fixed some, what do you call it? So you probably can't do exactly what you want, you know? Because Google is evil. So 4% charging at around 5 watts at the moment. It just still, you know, give me a break. Here we have one that actually seems to be like full icons. Let's try that. Maybe you need to be able to program as well or something like that, making your own themes, you know. Popular free themes. And this one as well seems to have full icons. Oh yeah, I guess you can still use and use some other kinds of icons, right? Like here we have some full icons as well. Maybe it's just the standard icons, maybe. I don't know. Here we go, one more. Seems to maybe just be the standard icons, maybe. I don't know. At least they seem more full. Yeah, I guess it must be the standard icons. So free. It's too round. Here we want. Looks a little more standard, but yeah, well, it's probably going to ruin the rest of the icons. That's nice blue. But yeah, still. Nice one square. Yeah. Well, whatever. The standard will suit me, I guess, until if I don't find something. Well, I guess, you know, standard, and then I can choose. Oh, there's a font as well. Top paid, top free. Well, whatever. What is this? Why is there coming advertising up? Oh, yeah. Fonts, my stuff. That wasn't that like icons. There we go. Oh yeah, there we go. Let's try. Okay, this is the default, right? So I guess you can always go to the default, but then of course the takes off the meaning. But let's try this one. Okay. Yeah, then it fixes the icons in like that. Yeah, that's not so good. Makes it smaller. Okay, let's just make it. When it closes down, it closes down. I took it off the charging thing. Not very impressed by that in regards to the charging ability. So, but yeah, well, anyway. You know, I will charge the battery externally, so no worries on that, I guess. Let's run this one. Yeah, this is not good. Like, round. Some Buddha bullshit. My bad. Yeah, it still fixes the. Yeah. That'll be interesting to see actually how fast the batteries are charging through the external. Through the external. Why is it just turning off the screen so easily? Did I ask it to turn off the screen? No, I didn't ask it to turn off the screen. So don't turn off the screen. And give me some light. They have full speed on the light, you know. There we go. Not all this adaptive nonsense and all that, just full speed. 2% left of, so again, when it dies, it dies. I will try to see how fast it actually charges a battery externally. Again, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't need to go that quick in regards of charging it outside. Because I just, put another battery in it. I have one battery here. That is pretty much charged up. Have one that is charging. Should pretty much be done. That was the battery that I had with it. I have one in my mobile here, and I have one, I think that actually is empty. I guess I could actually just use that. I think that's empty actually. So let's just put that on. Yep, let's see. 3 point, we'll see if we can get the camera actually. If we can get that to work. Camera. So here I have the battery. 3.89. Turn on location. Well, turn on whatever. I don't care. Well, on app, yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. No thanks. Anyway. Okay, so that's the external charger. Oh, interesting. Apparently it's like making a thing. I don't know, scan. What is that? Scan? Scan what? That was interesting. Oh, interesting. Oh, it didn't come out, but apparently scan. Extract text. Retake. Okay. Let's try that again. I don't know. Use night mode. No idea what it is. I guess, okay, extract text. I can extract apparently. Oh, you can retake it. Oh, my bad.